Hey everybody, Nice Link here with a special edition of the Nice Link podcast. It's been a while since I've done a podcast for you guys, but this is a pretty big episode. Um, I want to get some stuff out of the way first before I get to the heart of the matter here. E3 happened. Now, I did not do a preview video this year. I was pretty busy with work. I apologize, guys. I really did try to put something together for you guys, and I wanted to do it with a couple other people, but I couldn't get those people together at the same time this year. Uh, so apologies for that, but we got a lot of Zelda news out of E3 this year, did we not? Um, to fit the artwork that goes on. That's on the that you're looking at here. Sorry, my mind's kind of all over the place right now, so I'm not on my A game, so I apologize. And you can see a picture of Marin here. The name of the artist is on the artwork. You can type that into your Google machine and look them up and check out their beautiful work. Link's Awakening coming out September 20th. Looks great. Looks adorable with the art style. They added the like make a dungeon thing where you like collect different tiles of the dungeon and you can rearrange it, like kind of like a precursor to possible future Zelda Maker. Anuma even said, quote unquote, we'll see when it comes to Zelda Maker. So maybe that if that gets a good positive reaction, maybe down the road we'll get to do that. That would be awesome. Speaking of Maker, Mario Maker in 4 days. No, not 4 days. This is Wednesday. In 2 days. Ah! Anyway, so Link's Awakening dropping September 20th. Can't wait. One of my all-time favorite Zelda games. And I get to play beautiful, beautiful graphics and beautiful HD on the Switch. It's going to be awesome. Apologies for the voices in the background. Holy crap, where did you come from? There is literally a little tiny spider on my laptop right now. I'm like lounging back, just recording myself. He's not even hurting anything. He's just kind of, where'd you come from? A little spider. I'm not gonna kill you because you're not doing anything, but I'm gonna flick you over there because I don't want you on my laptop. I'm not scared of tiny spiders. If it was a big one though, I'd have to kill it. Little spider, just like right there. The little guy. Sculptula. Anyways, the big Zelda news wasn't even that Cadence of Hyrule was going to drop 2 days later. By the way, play it. It's great. Um, the big news is they dropped a teaser trailer for Breath of the Wild sequel. Yeah, there had been so many rumors leading into E3, and that was not one of them. They totally pulled that one out of their you know whats. That was a big surprise. Excuse me. Huge bombshell. It looks like pretty much the same graphics, just a little bit more tuned up for the Switch than rather than the Wii U, because Breath of the Wild was technically a Wii U game. It was developed for it. It just got ported over to the Switch when the Switch came out. Um, we don't know anything about gameplay. We know it's the same setting as Breath of the Wild. It's a direct sequel. It's the same Zelda and Link, and it looks like they found actual Ganondorf, not the Calamity, the Malice or whatever, but the man himself. Ganondorf is apparently somewhere in the depths of Hyrule's underworld, so to speak. So, will this be open underworld? We'll see. There's let the speculation already on YouTube. There's been tons and tons of videos with theories and analysis. Everybody from Game Explained to Setlick and Zelda Zelda people all over just giving their 2 cents, and I love it. I love it. I love it when a Zelda game comes out and everybody gives their predictions and their stories and their analysis. It's so great. It's my favorite thing about Zelda. So get hype for that. But now that we've got past that, there's something serious I want to talk about. For those of you who are like big on Twitch and like you watch a lot of those reaction videos like for stuff like E3 and Nintendo Directs and stuff like that, chances are you heard of a man named Etika. And you might not even know him by name. You may just know him as the skinny black guy who like goes nuts for like Nintendo announcements. You've all seen this guy. He's always just so full of energy, and his reactions have always been something of pure gold. I honestly wish I was sitting here getting ready to announce that he's going to come do something with us here on the channel, or I was going to interview him or play a game with him. I wish it was that, but sadly, I have to tell you, if you're one of the few people who don't know, that Etika took his own life recently. Yeah. Suicide. Apparently, I don't know the full details. I don't know if they've released everything yet. I haven't really sat down and read everything yet, but apparently he jumped off a bridge and took his life. You know, he'd publicly been battling demons. You know, he'd made some disturbing videos on Twitch in which he was talking about things, and his fans had been very worried about him for a while, and finally it came to a head and it happened. Some of you close to me know that I myself have dealt with depression for most of my life. You know, I was abused by my biological father physically as a child. You know, he hit me and you know he hurt me, and that's been a that's been with me my whole life. You know, my relationship with my mom was not healthy. Very much a lot of psychological, emotional type abuse that came from that, and other members of the family as well. Even into my adulthood, I deal with it. And, you know, I've dealt with my weight as a result. My coping mechanism has always been eating. And that's why I'm such a, a large human being. I work on it. I fluctuate. I go down, I go up, I go down, it's kind of like a never ending cycle with me. And I deal with stuff. And I'll admit, there's been times in my life I've had bad thoughts. I've never tried anything, I've never attempted of, thank God, but the thoughts have always been there. And when I see someone else in the community who went there, I think, that easily could be me. That could be one of my friends. I didn't know Etika personally. I just knew him as the Nintendo reaction guy myself. I don't, I'd been in a couple streams. I really didn't say much. I would just watch, so I could see his reactions to things, and he'd play games on stream. He was a good streamer. He had a big following, and at one point he lost his channel, and the resilience the guy had, he got tens of thousands of those back just by working hard. He was such a resilient guy, such a smart guy. He had a great personality to him, and he seemed like he was such a happy guy, especially like he did the reaction to Breath of the Wild. I watched it. Like, I didn't watch it live, but I watched it like the next day when all the compilation stuff was starting to come out. You know, and I'm like, gosh, he's gonna love that game when it comes out. And it just hurts to know that now he'll never get to play that game. It's it's hard, you know, especially somebody who knows. I know how that feels. I know what it's like to go through crap. I've got friends who help me through these times, when I feel like that. I've got, I'm not so much maybe from my family. I'm not close to many of them, and I just had this conversation with someone earlier today. Family, it talks in the Bible about blood and water. And a lot of people misinterpret that as, oh, your blood, that's what's with you. That's not what it's saying. It tells you that your family is what you make it. If those people that you talk to online in a stream or in a group on Facebook or just random people you've added over the years, if that's what you consider your family, that's your family. And when you feel like you want to do something bad to yourself, go to them. Because, if they're willing to show you the love without even so much as ever stepping foot in your house, they'll be there for you. And I've learned that. If you really feel like you're that alone, confide in your friends, confide in your those you consider your family. I'm not very close to my brothers. One of them I see once, maybe twice a year. The other one I see less than that. And I've got members of my family I haven't seen in 10, 15, 20 years. There's members of my family, if they came knocking on my door, opened the door, and punched me in the face, I wouldn't know who they were. But if, these people, most of my best friends are people who are thousands of miles away from me. If they open my door, I would instantly hug them and bring them in my home and beg them never to leave. You know, don't be afraid to, because, yeah, there's the people online who go on and say, oh, well, depression, blah, blah, blah. Just take your medicine, you'll be fine, blah, blah, blah. These people don't know what they're talking about. you know, Depression isn't cured by a pill. God knows I've been on so many of those pills over the years. I have had that stuff shoved down my throat so damn many times. All that stuff does is it it basically just puts you to sleep. It's basically what it does. I remember one time they put me on a medicine. I had to leave. I'd started a job at the time working at a baseball stadium. I had to go home early the first day because I couldn't stay awake at a baseball stadium. It's one of the most liveliest places you can go to. It's like I was falling asleep washing dishes, and I had to explain. Finally, had to explain to my boss what I'd been put on this medication like literally that day, and it was like just I had to beg my doctor to take me off of it because it was affecting my life. Like I wasn't performing well at work. I wasn't going out of the house because I was asleep all the time. I wasn't going anywhere. My social life was suffering. And there's more to it than just taking a pill. Like I said, some guy on the internet. Don't worry about some guy on the internet. People just want to be a soundbite. That's all they're trying to do. That's what they think they're cool and tough, but in all actuality they're stupid. No, talk to someone. Let it out. Don't hold any kind of emotion in because that's the worst possible thing you can do to yourself. Find an outlet. Find a friend. Even if you're like sitting together on a Skype call playing Zelda or Mario Kart or something, and you're just talking about your feelings, do that. Don't let it in. Don't keep it in. Let it all out. Let somebody know how you feel. Just talking is such a great therapy. It's such a great therapy. It's absolutely going to help you. Is it going to cure you? No. There's a lot more to curing anything than just talking, of course. But it's a step. It's a step in the right direction. It's an outlet. Gets rid of negative feelings, and you will feel a lot better as a result. Depression, well, it's a very complicated thing, and it's nothing you can really classify. Doctors have tried for years to find cures and ways of completely getting rid of, but at the end of the day, there is no cure for depression. You fight it and you get through it. And it comes and it goes and it comes and it goes and it's a cycle. Yeah, it's hard. Like I said, I'm 37 years old and there's been times that I've just felt like throwing myself over a bridge or something like that, just be done with it all, but then I realize, that's going to hurt a lot more people than just me. It's going to break people. It's going to hurt people. And if it's the last thing I want to do is hurt anybody. I don't want anybody to be sad, especially on my account, because at the end of the day, I would, it would just make everything worse. So talk to your friends when you feel bad. Talk to someone you're comfortable with. Heck, if it helps, if you don't feel comfortable talking to your friends, go talk to a therapist. Go talk to a stranger laying on a couch and them jotting down notes. I mean, they're not there to judge you. They're there to help. I've done it myself several times, and it's helped me. Just look at me. I'm not saying I'm any kind of role model or anything here, but 37 years old. I've got some wisdom here that I would like to pass on to each and every one of you. Find something that makes you happy. Like, people ask me, what about these videos of yours? You know, you don't really make any money doing it, then why do it? And I'm like, it's not about money to me. I make these videos of me playing these games and going crazy and raging and stuff because you all find it funny. You all laugh and you enjoy my adventures and you have a good time with them. And that's why I make them. Yeah, sure, there's people out there who make thousands and thousands of dollars doing this. You look at people like the completionist and the Game Grumps and people like that, the Chugga Conroy. Sure, they make a living doing this, but that's not what I'm about. And put more, I'm not putting them down. I like those guys. I look up to them. That they're awesome. They're, what got me into this. But I'm not here to make a dollar. I'm here to have fun with you guys, and it helps me feel better. Like if I'm having a bad day, I'll go record a video and upload it and put it on YouTube and make some people laugh, and then I'll laugh, and that'll make me feel better, you know. But my heart really does go out to Etika's family. I feel just devastated knowing that a member of our community is no longer here. It's going to be really sad come like the next Nintendo Direct and we don't get to see his reactions. It's not going to be the same. Like I said, I didn't know him personally, but he was someone I looked forward to seeing during these things, and I know he meant a lot to different people. And I hope people can actually learn from it and kind of use this to be like, look at how many people are sad now, Think about his family, what they're going through, his personal friends, and the people that cared about him and knew him personally, their world is absolutely pretty much turned upside down right now. Their lives will never be the same. I've had friends that I've lost prematurely due to suicidal and non suicidal reasons. And I think about them all the time, and it's like a lot of them that are gone, it's just like, it's not right. They should be here. They should be here enjoying things that they loved and the people that they loved. and it's just sometimes you just can't put into words what you want to say, But anybody who hears this, I don't care if you're my friend, if you're someone who just comes onto this channel and listens to me run my mouth and play these games or whatever, or if you're somebody that goes on one of my pages or the group on Facebook, or you check out my Twitch streams. Heck, if you want somebody to talk to, I'm almost always around to do so. But anyways, some channel updates real quick before I go. Got another Ocarina of Time randomizer. Gonna probably upload that tomorrow? Question mark. Been kind of slow with those. Think I'm gonna go ahead and maybe start doing maybe 2 episodes a week of that, because that's kind of dragging a little long now, and the randomizer craze has kind of died down a little, and I kind of want to move on to something else. Um, I got another playthrough I'm already planning. It's going to be a smaller, quicker playthrough than the randomizer. I think I have like 45, 50 parts to this randomizer. Um, Most of it, I have a lot of it recorded. Pretty much the only thing left I have to record from the randomizer is the wrap up video. That's pretty much it. Um, but the next game I'm doing after that is going to be a lot shorter, and I've got the game after that planned out as well. Um, I'm going to give you guys a heads up. I'm probably going to start doing a little bit of GameCube era stuff coming soon as well. I'm going to have to see how my computer handles Dolphin Emulator first. But if everything goes well with that, which it should, there should be no problem. My fall project is going to be a pretty good one. And it's one that a lot of you have been recommending or asking about since like the day I started doing Let's Plays. But yeah, stay tuned for that. It'll be fun. But anyways, I'm going to wrap this up. You guys have a great day, and I'll see y'all in the next video.